morning, Zoom. I want to thank Anne, yourself, and Henry for giving us this opportunity to speak, and I will definitely keep it under 6 minutes. I would try to put it in 3 frames. One is the context in which we are speaking, largely India, within Asia. The second is the characteristics of what I think is likely to happen, and finally put out some caveats. Okay. First, Asia is in the middle of a historic transformation, we all know. And if we continue this trajectory by 2050, the per capita income would rise 6-fold in terms of purchasing power parity to reach Europe's level today. But our earlier speakers have flagged some red flags, so I just don't want to repeat it. But let me say the characteristics. The Asian century is going to be characterized, according to us, by the following, and we have to live how to adapt with it. One, the fragmentation of the economy, the internet, and global institutions. And what does that mean? Second, very important, the contested global commons. Whether it is in the South China Sea or in the Indian Ocean, we will have to be bracing for it. Third, equally important, the weaponization of everything that we do now, trade, economy, and technology, which is causing a certain amount of tension in different parts of the world. Disrupted supply chains, especially in the areas of semiconductor. 5, advanced technologies will continue to dominate the narrative on how nations fare in future. Be it Japan, be it South Korea, every nation knows that unless they are able to make rapid strides in advanced technologies, there is going to be a challenge on how their economies will shape up. The next point is
let's wait for a couple of seconds. We have a signals problem, correct?
Are going to target.
Okay, Tobby, we lost you for about 15 seconds there.
Okay, so I will go back, sorry. So
okay.
I just said that the Asian century is going to be characterized by the following. One, it is the fragmentation of economy, internet, and global institutions. Second, every global commons is going to be contested, be it in the South China Sea, the Indian Ocean, or in the Malacca Straits. Number 3, the weaponization of everything that we have, trade, economy, and technology. 4, disruptive supply chains, which include what we have seen with the semiconductors and other technologies. 5th, we have advanced technologies will continue to dominate the narrative on how nations fare. And that's going to be the future. Countries that can't latch on to advanced technologies would be definitely left behind. 5, the rise of knowledge-enabled weapons of mass destruction, which is robotics plus nanotechnology plus AI. And these are weapons that can be developed in small labs, perhaps in the backyard of your homes. You don't need big industrial complexes to do this. Threats to critical infrastructure, nations unleash it when you have conflicts. And this is another major problem, and which is also tied to global governance. And how do you handle this? I would just add energy security with the focus on fuels like hydrogen, etc. That could be some of the things that people would look away. The next would be climate change, and finally, it would be the race for critical and critical raw material. This would be the paradigm in which the competition within Asia and who will develop faster, according to me, would determine. Now, let me add another thought. Our world is now entering into a sort of a period of vertical globalization. The geopolitics blocks are forming according to interest. And an prime example is the lithium alliance that is being eyed by Mexico, which nationalized its lithium industry earlier this year and will bring together, and they hope to bring together, countries like Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile, the 4 nations controlling most of world's lithium. And this is the same in terms of several raw material, you're going to find this. So you'll have a new paradigm in Asia, which is going to be on 2 pivots. One, we will see deeper challenges to Western domination of the world and the emergence of a multi-aligned multipolar world, where countries will choose to align depending on the issue. And you have seen how India has reacted to the current conflict in Ukraine vis-a-vis Russia on how they import oil. Second, we will see the return of success to many Asian authorities, including China and India. And the red flag here is that these two large Asian countries must settle its border disputes and live to learn together as they have lived for more than 5,000 years without maps or boundaries. If we don't do this, there are collateral consequences that can come, which can put the entire region into risk. Finally, we might see the rise of outliers like Turkey, Iran, etc. coming. And it is so important for us to know what these countries would do in creating the larger narrative in Asia. Finally, to manage this challenges that we have in Asia, I think the biggest challenge will be how do we arbitrage and manage increasing inequality caused by technology within countries, which would undermine social cohesion and stability and the rise of fringe thoughts. The second would be the intense competition for finite natural resources. Third would be water wars, which is another huge problem. And I think finally will be the question how we manage this with the sort of institutional capacity that we have. And most of the capacity will have to be managed within our area because you will slowly see the fading away of larger global institutions like the UN. So it will be global problems, but we will have to solve it locally. Thank you very much.